Okay.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
That's Mayor Tyrion.
Yeah. That's for over 100 years old now. And this is the what the upstairs meeting hall looks like at the time, and nothing has changed since then. A few years ago, there was some damage from the earthquake that showed up, stuff like that. So we did some repairs, maybe about 10 years ago. So nothing has changed. We kept the original color. Yeah, everything.
He's very grateful. Baseball Association really appreciate what you've done. The $20 million, the grant that you got, they got $200,000 fixing the earthquake. They really appreciate it.
支持我哋個衞生啊、環境啊、治安啊都好好，但係呢一輪咧搞到好多流嗰啲非法嘅移民嚟到，因為點咧搞到有啲商店啊打爛晒啲窗啊，有啲咧又搶嘢啊咁，人心惶惶，好驚。希望我哋啲領導。啲警棍俾多啲警察嚟，我哋支持我哋唐人街，等我哋有個安樂窩，有個幸福嘅家庭。
Yeah.
For King County, we are able to move 1,600 people from chronic homelessness. Those are the people in the tents under the overpasses. And we can move them in with the services to keep them housed so they don't become homeless again. Need the cities, because we're not in charge of what happens on the streets of the cities, to help by making sure the next person who comes to set up their tent is redirected to one of those hotels. I'm also, and I'll finish with this because Tony's going to get me out of here. We're hiring 400 people who have been unemployed and homeless to help clean up the parks, to clean up the streets. They're going to work for King County. They're going to have steady jobs. They're going to be able to make the money to be able to start paying rent, and they're going to help clean up the mess that we see all around us. That is made possible by the President, the Congress, and the American Rescue Plan funding that we are receiving at King County. So better days are ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. It's crazy. It's not good once you give people permission to basis to the instincts and the worst prejudices. It's very difficult to put together. Al, how have you been?
Good. Wonderful.
Good? Hanging in there?
Al.
Your enthusiasm is something else. Wonderful. That's great.
Yeah. I post on social on the radio show. Radio show. Okay.
Our Asian community, our Latino community, our black community, our white community, our poor kids, our people with money, that we all need to be represented, and we all get represented differently. And some communities have more challenges than others. And I respect Dow and his leadership because he knows that this pandemic has been difficult for us. And when I say difficult for us, difficult for the Chinese community and how it has impacted your businesses. And so he stood up. He put his money where his mouth is at. He put his leadership where it needed to be, and so I'm very supportive of Dow and his endeavor of getting re-elected to continue the work in our community. So Dow, thank you very much, and thank you for the lunch and hosting. And this community is very organized, and it needs to be very organized in these very hard, trying times because the first battle of making sure we establish our business has been won. The second battle of making sure that our children continue to excel with the dream of immigrants that come here, that we want our children to be able to be better than we were when we came here. And so thank you first of all for your journey, and Dow, thank you for your leadership. We look forward 100% behind you. And
thank you.
Get you one.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Tony, too.
Well, I feel as though I ought to say a few words briefly. But thank you so much for what has been a wonderful day, and looks like it's going to be a wonderful lunch if we all ever stop talking. I have to say that on a serious note, this is a very difficult time. With the pandemic, there's even more pressure on people trying to keep people in their homes. We've seen what homelessness has done to our communities. We see the mess on the streets. And those things must be cleaned up. And I'm so pleased with what King County is doing to bring capacity to make that happen. We talked about that just a little while ago. But also, this moment when people's minds have been poisoned by this idea that this pandemic has to do with someone else, with someone who doesn't look like them, and that they should act out in hateful ways. We have to fight that directly. We cannot tolerate hate and bias and violence based on race, whether it's anti-black violence or whether it's anti-Asian violence. We have to stand up, we have to say no, we have to fight back, and I am standing with you every step of that journey. Thank you so much for that.
Mayor, on behalf of the Chinese community here, I want to welcome you to come, and it's an honor to have open to visit our community, and I know that you understand a lot of our problems, and we have, we came a long way. I came to this country 68 years ago, so I spent about over 65 years in this community, work here, own business, and I'm retired now, but I still come down there all the time. And it really, really saddened me to find this community right now is being attacked by outsiders, and then the latest hate crime, and it's really, really sad. I don't even feel safe coming here. And the police, she's a senior citizen hanging out here, and Nora over there, her friends, they're really afraid to go out on the street. So basically, we are trying to unite a community, and the audience, we have quite a few organizations represented here. We're going to have a meeting later on today and try to see what we can do to make our community safer for everyone. This used to be a really vibrant environment in business. Everybody's happy and lots of people down there. Right now we're slowly coming back, but not yet. We are getting a few more people come down here to patronize our businesses and the shop and so forth. But we need a long way to go. And hopefully one day we will regain our community's vibrancy. And on behalf of our community, I think we especially want to express our support for Dow, continue to be the King County Executive. We love what you've done for us, and we will continue to support you always. Thank you very much.